Hi, I'm Michelle Begue with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. Where is Colombia's Wind and Kite Festival celebrated? We'll have the answer later. Now let's go to Mexico with my colleague Al Baverstock, who has a special report.
The abduction and US arrest of El Mayo, the 76-year-old Sinaloa cartel kingpin, continues to spur violence in Mexico. In his home state, criminal cartel factions are warring for dominance of the whole. 10 murders, including those of 2 high-ranking cartel capos, have occurred over the past weekend. Mexico's military has been deployed to play a part, sending 600 soldiers to the state capital of Culiacan, with the stated aim of preventing a worsening of the security situation. In the meantime, US federal authorities have charged El Mayo with conspiracy to produce and traffic narcotics, and are seeking that he faces trial in Brooklyn, New York. Mexico's own government has made no further comment on the Sinaloa cartel founder's detention, focusing instead on the domestic return to normality in Sinaloa.
The Panama Canal celebrated 110 years of operation this August. Construction ended in 1914 after 10 years and a $380 million investment at the time. The construction was challenging, with more than 25,000 deaths among its workers from diseases and accidents. The canal transformed navigation and world trade, as ships could now save 20,000 kilometers by not having to go around the southern tip of the Americas to connect the Atlantic and the Pacific. But now comes one of the biggest challenges yet, as climate change, with its water shortages, have constantly threatened operations in the last years. In Honduras, health officials have launched a massive campaign against dengue that includes fumigation. So far, 105 people have lost their lives due to this viral infection that is spread from mosquitoes to humans. Nearly 100,000 cases have been reported this year alone, and has stretched the healthcare system to its limits. Hospitals and health centers are creating special wards to treat the influx of patients. The Pan American Health Organization says the dengue outbreak has extended to more countries in the region, including Guatemala, Panama, and El Salvador. Brazil's Amazon rainforest has recorded more than 37,000 forest fires this year. That number is the worst in nearly 2 decades. It is also 111% higher than the same period last year. The Amazon has suffered a historic drought at the end of last year, and this adds fuel to fires. The effects of these fires are taking its toll on air quality in cities like Portobello, where citizens report it is getting hard to breathe. Brazil's northwestern state of Rondônia currently has some of the worst air quality in the country. Now let's check out what stories we're following for next week. We are following an oil spill off the coast of Venezuela. Biologist Eduardo Klein says the huge oil spill off the coast of the Triste Gulf is 225 square kilometers in size. That's 37 soccer fields. The oil spill seems to have originated from the country's El Palito refinery. The contamination has affected Morrocoy National Park, which is known for its beaches and mangroves. The spill has affected ocean life and artisanal fishermen. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is A. Colombia's colonial town of Villa de Leyva has been celebrating the Wind and Kite Festival since 1975. The 3-day event holds competitions where professionals and both young and old amateurs compete in all types of categories. This year, China was its guest of honor. For the festivities, the Chinese embassy brought Yang Hongwei, a 15th-generation kite maker who learned her craft from her grandfather, who is known as the Kite King of the world. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.